Hello and welcome back to the Software Testing Studio. In today's session, we will learn how to locate web elements on a web page and interact them using Selenium WebDriver. So I will be using C# as the source language. Locating elements in a WebDriver is achieved by the following method: FindElement by locator. This method accepts a parameter argument which is a by object. There are different ways of locating elements on a web page: by ID, by class, by link text, by partial link text, or by XPath. So by ID. So this is the most efficient and preferred way to locate an element, as most of the time IDs are unique. It takes a parameter of string, which is a value of ID attribute, and returns a by object to find element method. The syntax is shown below. The next method is by class name. This finds elements based on the value of the class attribute. It takes a parameter of string, which is a value of class attribute, and it returns a by object to find element method. The syntax is shown below. The next method is by link text. With this you can find elements of an anchor tag with the link names. This method is used when the link text of the anchor tag is known. By partial link text. This is similar to the link text, but with this method you only enter a partial link text as a parameter. Finally, by XPath, and this is the most popular and majorly used in locating element technique, and it's easier to find this method, to use this method in the WebDriver. I shall go through this example, through all these methods by examples. So let's look at an example to explain this. So what we'll be doing, we're going to be accessing this web page here, then navigate to this element, drop down, and then click on it to the next page. We usually use what we call an object spy to find the properties of the element. So in his case, we've got drop down. So if we right click here, so we got the text is drop down. So we're going to be using link text or partial link text. So then when we click on it, again, we're going to use the object spy to get the properties. So if you click here, you find the ID, which is drop down. And also you can find the class name, which is example. So we can use both these methods to access the element, and we can also use the XPath, and the best way to do it is to just right click, copy, and copy XPath. So let's look at this example now. So so here, if you look on, I've already done this in advance just to save time from typing. So I'm going to look at the first method. So driver find element by link text, and we type the text there that we want to access. So we just save this, right click, and run. So the driver will launch the page and try to access the element. So the web page is launched and the element has been accessed successfully. Let's click on that, and the test has passed. So let's comment that one out, and let's look at the next method, which is partial link text. So this is similar to that, but apart from adding the partial. And here, if you notice, I'm only typing a partial, not rather than the full. So instead of typing drop down, I've only typed drop D as an example. So let's save this and run it and see if you can find the element and access it. So the web page is found, clicked, and click to the next page. So that's passed. So the next method I'm going to look at is class name. So we're gonna combine it. We're going to use partial link text to access the first element on the first page, and then on the second page we're going to use class name. So again, run. Page is found. And it clicked on the first element, and then it clicked on the second page, and the test is passed. So the next method is by ID. Again, let's just comment that one out. So we're going to use both the partial link text for the first page and ID in the second page. So let's see if it finds it. So the page is found. Clicked on the first page and found the element in the second page. And now let's look at the last method that I want to show you in this tutorial, which is the XPath. So this is the syntax, XPath, and you put the path. So how did I obtain this? Is by using the object spy, as I showed you earlier. Right click, copy XPath, and then paste it here. So let's see if it finds it. Let's save that and let's run. It found the page. And clicked on the element. So the test passed. If the test fails for any reason, it will be marked with a cross in red. So just to sum up, locating elements in WebDriver is achieved by this method, FindElement by.locator. And there are different types of locators. There's ID, class name, link text, partial text, or XPath. These are not the only methods. There are other methods such as CSS selector. I've only focused on the most popular one in use. I hope you enjoyed this brief tutorial, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified of any future tutorial. Thanks again, and see you soon.